My name is Tim. It is now 1:02 in the a.m. on the 24th of November 2015. I just got done watching the movie Air. Now I can't name all of the actors, actresses, and whatnot that are in this movie, but I must say the entire cast of this movie is only 3 people. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! First off, I would recommend that if you have an internet streaming service, take a look, try to find it. It is just called Air, A-I-R. It is a good movie. And I'm saying spoiler alert 100 fucking times right now because I'm going to tell you. I may fuck up and slip up and tell you what's going on. So spoiler alert, look it up if you want to look it up. Otherwise, listen on. So the movie Air is about the World War III scenario. Everybody nukes each other. Game over. Everyone's dead. Okay? This is not your typical end of the world. There's zombies and shit like that. This is the government put together bomb shelters and got a bunch of scientists together and created stasis pods. And within the stasis pods, you can sleep for an indefinite amount of time. But of course, every grouping of stasis pods, which were in this movie, these groupings of stasis pods were put into missile silos. Okay, so let's imagine a missile silo that is very deep underground that has, let's say, 9 to 10 levels of these stasis pods. And each level could probably, assumingly, fit several hundred people, if not 1,000. I don't know. The movie doesn't give you a specific heads up or whatever. But let's say, whatever. So, in the movie, 2 people per missile silo have to wake up every 6 months to evaluate life on the Earth using the computer system. The computer system will tell them yay or nay, and do any scheduled maintenance every 6 months to basically validate everything is good or everything is bad, and then they go back to sleep for 6 months. So basically they only wake up twice a year. They only wake up for 2 hours and check on everything, and then they go back to sleep. That's it. There we go. So one of the main stars is Norman Reedus. So if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, like I am, I wanted to see this movie. So I thought, what the hell? I'm going to watch this movie. It's a pretty goddamn good movie. Primarily because I love movies that you do not predict the outcome. I made a few predictions in watching this movie that I was like, that's gonna happen, and it didn't. You watch the movie The Sixth Sense, and in the very beginning of the movie you're like, yeah, he's dead. And he was fucking dead. You watch a movie like I Am Legend, and at some point in the movie you're like, something's gonna happen to that dog. Something is going to happen. Yep, dog's dead. You watch certain movies and you just know something's gonna happen. I didn't, I made a few judgment calls, and, mind you, I watched this movie by myself, but I made a few judgment calls, and I was wrong. And I was very surprised and very pleased with the outcome. Now, I will warn you that the end of the movie leaves a few questions, but nothing that is jaw-dropping and make you scream at the TV. It leaves a few questions like, well, what happens next? But it doesn't leave any questions like, well, they're going to make a prequel. Because they won't. It's not that kind of movie. There is no continuance. It was a standalone product, and it paid off. Personally, I would not spend more than $20 for this movie if you want to buy it. But if you happen to come across it in like the $15 or I would say it's worth $15. So yeah, if you like End of the World movies, and there's literally only 3 voices. There's only 3 people in the entire movie. And I've already spoiled something that if you listen in to what I've said previously, you might catch that I spoiled something. Anyway, that was Tim's movie review on the movie Air. That is AIR, starring Norman Reedus and 2 other individuals that I will not name, so you have to look it up. Have a good night.